Nature's wild, right? It throws us some pretty wild curveballs, rare and odd changes that zero can surprise, puzzle, and amaze us. So buckle up. We're about to dive into some of the craziest ways animals have gone and changed up the game on us. Ready to see some of the most out there animal mutations that have actually made it in the big wide world? Tiger with stern expression. Kenny the tiger was known for his notably grumpy looks, but his unique expressions had a backstory. He was a white tiger born with a condition similar to Down syndrome, which gave him his distinctive face. Kenny's existence was a consequence of selective breeding aimed at producing white tigers, which has a controversial reputation due to the genetic issues it can cause. Sadly, Kenny is no longer with us, but during his life, he was dearly cherished by all who knew him. A bear with no fur. The Animal Defenders International team found a bear in a Peruvian circus that was so mistreated it lost all its fur from stress and poor diet. They rescued the bear, named Cholita, and took her to a sanctuary. Even after being rescued, Cholita remained scared and emotionally scarred, requiring gentle care from vets. She's expected to live out her life in the sanctuary, as she's unable to return to the wild. Hairless baboon. While lions are strutting around with their stunning manes, some critters aren't so lucky and end up with alopecia. It's this tough condition where their immune system gets mixed up and starts targeting their own hair follicles, leading to hair loss. So, who do you think this could be? A supersized mouse, a pup, or a monkey? Turns out it's a baboon that's lost all its fur. The first time I caught a glimpse of this baboon, I totally couldn't tell what it was. Horse with no eyes. This horse became blind due to equine recurrent uveitis, leading to frequent panic attacks. For it, unfamiliar sounds or smells posed a threat. Imagine what it's like to be blind. It's something you might not even want to ponder. But can you empathize with the struggle of this horse, enduring this reality every single day? Thankfully, its trainer stepped in, teaching the horse to navigate life on its own. Now you can find it happily taking dust baths and moving around confidently with its peers. Impressively, this horse has also earned 3 world records. Mutant headless frog. Next up, I've got something that's straight out of a horror movie, a headless Chucky in real life. So, there was this guy out for a run who found this freaky frog in a junkyard. It's pretty spooky and sad. This toad was jumping around without any face or head. It's a mystery how it manages to eat or how it ended up in this scary situation. But it's hanging in there because it still has its brain case intact. And did you catch how it made a quick getaway under the bench when the guy poked it? CWD in deers. Chronic wasting disease, CWD alert. If you ever come across a deer with a head looking odd, or its body seems off, or you see it just running around in circles, struggling to stay upright, that's a sign they're battling CWD. This nasty disease messes with their brains, leading to a gradual decline in physical condition, weird behavior, drooling, and eventually death. Getting hit with CWD has got to be one of the worst ways an animal can go, affecting deer, moose, and even some farm animals. Sadly, there's no cure, no vaccine, and no way to test for it right now. Once an animal catches it, they usually have about 18 to 24 months before it's over. Mutant headless moose. Up next in our lineup of oddly mutated animals is this beast darting through the snow. Judging by its size and shape, it seems to be a moose, but bizarrely, it appears headless. What kind of mutation could this be? After digging into it, just like we discovered with a headless camel in another video, it's likely that this moose was simply running with its head turned sharply to one side. This angle created the illusion of it missing its head. So, what's your take? Is this another case of optical trickery like the camel, or is it something more? Hairless chimp. Think life's tough? Imagine being a chimpanzee like Mongo at the Twycross Zoo, who had to hustle for acceptance in his group just because he and his dad, Jambo, were dealing with alopecia, which means they were losing their hair. Sadly, during a checkup in 2016, Mongo didn't wake up from anesthesia and passed away at 22. On the flip side, Jambo's still kicking, ruling the roost as the alpha male among the chimps. Sharks living in volcano. Back in 2015, scientists stumbled upon something pretty wild during an expedition near the Solomon Islands. They found sleeper sharks chilling inside one of the most active underwater volcanoes on the planet. Turns out, these sharks can handle the hot and acidic conditions thanks to their short tail fin. This unique feature lets them save up energy for quick, explosive movements. So they're pretty much equipped to deal with extreme spots, even if that means swimming through volcanic rock bits, sulfur, or other stuff, floating in those steamy, acidic water plumes. Elephant with no trunk. Everyone's aware that an elephant's trunk is super strong and pretty essential for them. But have you ever come across an elephant that's missing its trunk? There's this heart-tugging video from Kruger National Park in South Africa that shows a young elephant wandering around, and it's missing most of its trunk. The folks running the safari aren't sure how it happened, but they think maybe a lion or crocodile might have attacked it. Losing a trunk usually means an elephant would have a tough time making it in the wild, but this little fighter seems to be holding up surprisingly well. Animals of Chernobyl. Given a new lease on life, the deadly radiation from Chernobyl has transformed some animals into peculiar mutants. We're talking about everything from spiderwebs that don't look right, to insects with unusual markings, and birds sporting crooked beaks or even two heads. And there are mushrooms sprouting up, fueled solely by the radiation. Biologist Timothy Mousseau, who's been exploring the long-term impact of radiation on these creatures, points out that these survivors are the fortunate ones. Many others weren't able to withstand the harsh radioactive environment. Human-faced pig. Somewhere in South America, there was this eerie-looking piglet that got everyone buzzing, with rumors flying about it being some kind of human-pig mix. But let's get real, we all know that's not how things work. Early one morning, the farm's owner was woken up by his pigs making a racket, as if they'd just spotted the Grim Reaper. When he went to check it out, he found a piglet that was just born, looking strangely human-faced, and the other pigs were all huddled around it. This little guy had a condition known as cyclopia, the same thing we saw in that kitten earlier. Octopig. In China's Sichuan province, a farmer was taken aback by the arrival of an incredibly adorable yet highly atypical piglet. This little one was born with 6 legs and 8 feet. 2 of the extra legs are fully formed, whereas the additional front legs have only feet. It seems like a case of conjoined twins, where one twin developed fully and the other remained as a parasitic twin. Despite its extra limbs, this tiny pig is quite spry and healthy, and it's getting the hang of walking with its additional limbs. Woody giraffe. In Kruger National Park, there's a giraffe whose appearance is startlingly reminiscent of having branches protruding from its body. This unusual condition is due to the papilloma virus, which has led to the growth of large tumors across its skin. Although this skin condition isn't fatal, it can cause discomfort and restrict the giraffe's movements. The warts have significantly altered its appearance, making it look more like a tree than a giraffe. One can only imagine the additional challenge and pain these tumors might cause during physical confrontations. Two-nosed dog. I believe we've explored our fill of unsettling mutations and deformities. It's time to shift our focus to the more charming anomalies. Meet Toby, an Australian Shepherd graced with the unique feature of having 2 noses. The presence of 2 noses allows for twice the affectionate nudges. Observing Toby can be quite mesmerizing, as he appears to be bifurcating down the middle. Both noses are fully functional, aiding him greatly in locating his beloved ball. This peculiar mutation has indeed transformed him into a remarkable canine. Hunchback dog. The story of Quasimodo, a dog distinguished by his unique mutation, has captured widespread attention, though the origins of his condition remain a mystery. Quasimodo suffers from short spine syndrome, which has significantly altered his posture, giving him a pronounced hunchback. This condition reduces his body size to about 1/3 of a normal dog's, and leaves him with little to no neck to support his regular-sized head. Rescued and brought to a stray animal shelter in 2026, Quasimodo has quickly become a beloved figure among his caretakers. Despite his severely curved spine, he continues to navigate life with resilience. It's the collective hope that medical advancements will eventually provide a remedy for his condition, granting Quasimodo the chance to experience life as any other dog might. Eight-legged goat. The peculiar case of this young goat, boasting 8 legs, has sparked speculation and awe, with some jesting about possible squid DNA influencing its unique form. However, scientific analysis attributes the goat's extraordinary limb count to chimerism, where the extra legs are thought to belong to an undeveloped twin. This unusual phenomenon has caused quite a stir in the northern regions of Croatia, the goat's birthplace. Sadly, despite the intrigue it generated, the young goat did not survive beyond its first week, leaving its owner deeply saddened by the loss. Franken-rabbit. Oh my, what's going on with this rabbit? It almost looks like it's turning into a zombie. But no, that's not the case. This poor rabbit is actually battling a severe disease, which has led it to be dubbed Frankenstein, the scariest rabbit in the world. The condition is so advanced that there are spikes jutting out from its head. It's thought that this rabbit may have been affected by the human papillomavirus, leading to the growth of tumors around its head area. Unfortunately, these tumors grew so large that they made it difficult for the rabbit to feed, ultimately resulting in starvation. Mutant monkey. If the unique appearance of this little monkey doesn't epitomize mutation, then it's hard to say what does. Truly, this creature could be the star of a horror movie with its distinct features. Yet, there he is, contentedly enjoying his afternoon snack. When his video surfaced, viewers were utterly baffled. To this point, the mystery remains. No one can definitively say what condition affects him, or even if he's a real monkey. While some creatures might appear almost mythical, they are indeed very much real. Take for instance the white-faced Saki monkeys, an uncommon species found in the remote areas of the Brazilian rainforest. What's striking about them is the stark contrast between their bushy heads and their completely hairless bodies. And their tails? These creatures boast remarkably long tails. Some experts have even dubbed them flying monkeys because they have the ability to leap distances of nearly 23 feet through the air, seldom ever touching the ground. Fascinating, isn't it? One-eyed goat. This goat missing an eye has certainly caused quite a stir, looking quite unsettling, but unfortunately, born that way. It even had the people of Assam, India, quite concerned about its appearance. Veterinary experts have diagnosed it with a condition known as cyclopia, though the exact cause remains a mystery. This disorder results from the goat's brain hemispheres not separating as they should, giving rise to an animal that seems to belong more to the realm of myth than reality. Tragically, animals with this condition often endure a challenging existence, and this particular goat managed to survive only until its first birthday. Three-eyed cat. While the notion of a cat with actual wings remains firmly in the realm of fantasy, the existence of a three-eyed cat is very much real. However, I'm referring to an authentic three-eyed cat, not the one that's been cleverly edited to appear that way. I'm talking about this kitten. This kitten came into the world sporting an unusual third eyeball, a rare congenital anomaly where what appears to be two eyes are fused together within the same eye socket. This condition is exceedingly uncommon, with little to no research available on its causes or the frequency with which it occurs in cats. Two-legged lamb. The idea of a goat walking on two legs seems far-fetched, yet a lamb in China has astonishingly adapted to walking on just its two front legs after being born without hind legs. Local veterinarians speculate that an injury to the mother goat's abdomen, potentially from a confrontation, led to the birth of this disabled lamb. Remarkably, just a day after being born, the lamb was able to stand upright on its front legs, and subsequently, it mastered the ability to walk using only its forelegs. One-eyed kitty. If the concept of a three-eyed cat has already piqued your curiosity, prepare for another surprise with Clyde, the Cyclops Bengal kitten, distinguished by its singular eye. Clyde's arrival astounded everyone in the veterinary surgery room, including the pet owners who sought medical help for their pregnant Bengal cat facing birthing complications. Regrettably, Clyde's life was brief, succumbing shortly after birth, a common fate for animals afflicted with cyclocephaly or cyclopia. Frank and Louie. Regardless of the number of eyes these cats possess, none can outshine Frank and Louie, the Janus cat, also known as the two-faced cat. Frankenlouis holds a place in the Guinness World Records as the longest living Janus cat. Born under uncertain prospects, with veterinarians doubtful of his survival, Frankenlouis defied all expectations, living until the age of 15. The phenomenon of Janus cats, which presents them with two faces, is attributed to an excess production of a protein known as sonic hedgehog. Yes, that's its actual name, while in the womb. This protein plays a crucial role in the development of the skull and facial features during embryonic stages. Three-headed froggy. Frogs, inherently fascinating creatures, saw an extraordinary member catapult to fame when a 4-year-old student in Weston, England, discovered a frog with 3 heads and 6 legs. The school children affectionately named it Froggy. The unusual amphibian drew crowds eager to witness the tri-headed phenomenon, but amidst the bustling excitement, the cunning Froggy seized the opportunity to slip away. Speculation around Froggy's unique condition suggests it might stem from a genetic anomaly, parasitic interference, or possibly environmental pollutants impacting its hormonal development during its growth phase. Fox-human. You may have heard rumors of a fox-human hybrid in Pakistan, rumored to possess prophetic abilities and the capacity to dispense wise counsel. However, this alleged mystical entity is actually a man in costume, seated within a wooden shelter in a compact space known as Mumtaz Mahal. The individual assuming the role of the fox is 33-year-old Murad Ali, who has been performing this act for the last 20 years, taking over from his father who passed the mantle to him before dying 16 years ago. Mumtaz Mahal draws in numerous visitors eager to witness the human fox, with women and children particularly fascinated by this figure. Four-legged snake. Encountering a two-headed snake is already a rare spectacle, but picture such a creature sprouting 4 legs as well. It ventures straight into the realm of nightmarish fantasy. Hence, we prefer our anomalies distinct. Two-headed snakes and 4-legged serpents should not mingle. This peculiar reptile was discovered outside a building in Vientiane, Laos. Despite its snake-like slithering, the presence of 4 limbs challenges its categorization. Is it a snake-lizard hybrid or merely an unusual mutation within snakes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about the thumbnail of this video. The image depicts a serpent with the rare characteristic of having 2 heads, a condition termed bicephaly. Bicephaly is a unique type of polycephaly, which is an uncommon anomaly where an animal possesses an excessive number of certain body parts or organs. Snakes exhibiting this anomaly have 2 distinct heads, complete with separate brains, but they are joined to a single body. Such dual-headed serpents are not commonly encountered, and this peculiar trait can be present across different snake species. Pinpointing the exact species depicted in the image can be tricky without clear, unique features, or information about the snake's native habitat. The vivid orange hue and the pattern of white might hint at it being a variety of either a king snake or a corn snake, as these species are often recognized for their striking coloration. In their natural habitat, snakes with 2 heads tend to face more challenges, particularly with activities like hunting and eating, due to the need for coordination between the 2 heads. Additionally, this abnormality can increase their susceptibility to predators. When in captivity, these snakes are usually under human care, which can lead to a longer lifespan compared to their wild counterparts. Bear with swollen tongue. Imagine a huge, bumpy pink melon-sized tongue sticking out like some odd body part. That's what was going on with Nyan, an 18-year-old moon bear. This poor bear had a gigantic tongue because of a birth defect, making it hard for him to eat or even shut his mouth. All he could do was wander around, picking up germs and getting hurt. Luckily, a 4-hour surgery removed 6.5 pounds of tissue from his mouth, and Nyan made an incredible comeback. But why his tongue grew so big in the first place remains an unsolved puzzle. Thanks a ton for checking out the video. Don't forget to hit like, share it with your buddies, and subscribe to our channel. Smash that bell icon so you won't miss out on all the cool videos we've got lined up. Big thanks again.